Hello YouTube. I am here. I would like to talk about four different topics. Look, I am not standing up and dizzying people. I found somewhat of a, you know. I would like to talk about Ted Cruz, Michael Cohen, Mitch McConnell, and Cynthia Nixon. So just doesn't look like I'm being all against the right wing. And this is not against Cynthia Nixon. It's about the whole gubernatorial race in New York. Yeah. So I'm setting up some things. I'm also, because I'm on the phone going live, I don't have everything all whatever. I'm getting things set up. It looks a little more professional. People are probably asking, why do you always have the lights awful? I always like the effect of the sun peering in and making me look like I'm ethereal or something. So there's that. So let's start with Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz. Ted Rafael is his real name because he is Cuban descent. Alaskan, Canadian, Alaska, Canada. It's fucking same thing. Who gives a shit? Sorry. Ted Cruz decided to put his nose up Donald Trump's ass and sniff it thoroughly and say, "Please, Daddy, some more." Just like during the campaign, after Donald Trump called his wife ugly, because yes, a man that looks like regurgitated cat poop has a right to call women ugly and judge them and whatever. And also treated her shit. Also, he said that his dad was involved with President Kennedy's assassination, because, And after all that, after he lost the primaries, Ted Cruz lost the primaries, and Donald Trump won, our great Rafael Ted Cruz decided to be like, should I keep my dignity or just jump into the crap pile of submission of Trump? He did robocalls for Trump. Fuck my wife, fuck my dad, fuck my hair, my whole dignity, fuck all that shit. Fuck all that shit. I'm gonna sell myself out. Because, I don't know. Today, he is on I think he's on the list of Time Magazine. The most influential people. I don't know how Ted Cruz is an influential idiot. I guess to some people he is. He basically writes, President Trump is a flashbang grenade thrown in Washington by the forgotten men and women of America. The fact that his first year as commander-in-chief disoriented and distressed members of the media and political establishment is not a bug, but a feature. Which, by the way, is true. It's not a bug, but a feature. He is a piece of shit. The same culture, safe space. Oh, here we go with the safe places are bad. Safe places are bad. Even though the president wants safe places. Safe spaces. Yeah. The same culture, the safe spaces, blinkering coastal elites. What? To candidate Trump's popularity has rendered them blind to President Trump's achievement on behalf of the ordinary Americans. So the ordinary Americans are what? The rich people? The huge corporations? Or this is just Rafael trying to be all sneaky and shit and saying that this is for the everyday rural whites? Because the coastal, those little, buzzwords, those little words that they use, coastal elites, people on the coastline are bad, middle America good, because middle America is so disparaged. Like, this man. While pundits obsess over tweets, he worked with Congress to cut taxes for struggling families. No, he didn't. While wealthy celebrities announced that they would flee the country, he fought to bring back jobs to the industries to our shores. No, he didn't. Did this man live last year? While talking heads predict the Armageddon that our president's strong stand against North Korea put Kim Jong-un back on his heels. Whatever. President Trump is doing what he was elected to do. Disrupt status quo. That scares the heck out of those controlled Washingtons for decades. But millions of Americans, their confusion is great fun to watch. ¿Qué carajo? What the fuck does that have to do? Like, what he's saying is, yay, Trump is making all the liberals sad, because there is this culture of right-wing idiots, excuse me, that arose in the 2016 elections. They basically are the ones that, you know those memes that you saw after the elections happened? Maybe I should take off my glasses. I need them, but there's like this meme that happened in the 2016 elections where we have the liberal tiers, make the pound the liberals, destroy the liberals. Oh, that is not a political position. That is a childish position. That is a position of babies, of teenagers, and that's insulting teenagers. And I, for a very long time, hated teenagers, even when I was a teenager, because I always thought they were selfish little buggers, annoying little self-absorbed twats. But that is not true. Not all of them. I mean, look at the Parkland teenagers that protested and are trying to make their lives better because the adults suck. And more, social media is exposing that adults are not adults. They're whining, petulant children. They're, and again, this is insulting children because children seem to be more mature now. See, and as a whole, we're losing ourselves. We're becoming more childish and selfish and stupid, while the children have to mature quicker because we're so inept as adults to fix the problems that are causing them issues. So again, liberal tears to them means hold on, I'm trying to means to me a stupid position. Like, people always say the Democrats don't have a position. They don't have a message. They don't have a platform. They're not using it. The message is inclusion. The message is money, getting people off of social programs so they can sustain themselves, a living wage. Their message is legalize pot, because that is a good message too. Their message is helping the marginalized groups, giving them help with laws. There's many messages for them. There's many laws they could pass other than fuck the liberals. That is not a message. That is anti-message. That is chat room and shit talk, shit posting for babies. That, Ted Cruz, is probably why you're gonna lose this election season, because you are doubling down on stupid shit. Your constituents want you to do something for them, not to be stupid. Not to be stupid and say, "Rrr." This man is a fucking moron. Okay. Moving from dumbass Ted Cruz to Cohen. Michael Cohen is Donald Trump's lawyer and Sean Hannity's lawyer. He has been raided by the FBI because either he is being connected to mob stuff or he has something to do with the Russia scandal, which is ongoing. Jesus Christ. Everything this fucking president touches shit. Like, oh my god. So Michael Cohen, yeah, everybody knows BuzzFeed dropped the Steele dossier that basically didn't start the investigation. That's what the Republicans want you to believe. But the Steele dossier didn't start the Russia probe investigation. It was part of, and it was like something that was going on at the same time as the FBI was already investigating something. It has nothing to do with starvation. Our presidente. Cohen sued two people, if I remember correctly, two groups. They sued BuzzFeed for dropping the Steele dossier, and contents in the Steele dossier pretended to him and the famous P tapes, because Jesus Christ, those P tapes, if they come out, like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see Donald Trump naked. I don't even like imagining that man having sex. And then these like porn stars keep coming up, coming out like, yeah, I know he slept with me. Good for you. But do I need to know that? I know that it pertains to so many things. But can you skip the part where he had sex with you and talk about like all the horrible things he's did? Which is the part where he has sex at all is probably horrible. He also dropped Michael Cohen dropped another lawsuit, which was against something. It wasn't BuzzFeed. I forgot. It was like another libel suit. This was a libel suit against BuzzFeed, a private investigation firm, and the firm of Fusion SBS. That's the one that came up with the Steele dossier, over publication of so-called dossier detailing alleged ties between President Trump and Russia. Cohen abandoned the suit late Wednesday when he continues to fight recovered documents and electronics files seized from his home. Right, remember? One of my videos, I said that they raided his... Sorry, there's a weird noise. They raided his home, his hotel room, and his office. And they got a whole bunch of crap on him. I feel like... What was the other shit that he dropped? It was another lawsuit that he dropped, and I can't... Was it against Stormy Daniels? I think it was against Stormy Daniels. Which... God, that situation. Like, this is the most chusma presidency I have ever lived through. And I lived through consciously the Bill Clinton one, and definitely for the Bush one. The junior one. And parts of senior, but I don't remember because I was a baby. So yeah. And I lived through Obama, but Obama was like, he should be the litmus test of excellence in the presidency. And Trump used to be Bush. Bush and Trump should be like, don't fucking be this president, please. So yeah, so he dropped the suit, which means either he's saying that he wants to focus on saving his own ass from the FBI, but I think is that there was no fucking basis in his suit. There was no libel being done because there's nothing fake, and more we're seeing that everything in the Steele dossier is being confirmed. So, with that being said, we go on to Mitch McConnell. Mitch the Turtle McConnell. Ooh, I probably should mute that. Okay, it's muted. Good. Smart. Mitch McConnell, because, okay, the Congress wants to pass a bill that protects Robert Mueller from Donald J. Trump, or Trump, from firing him to stop him from investigating him, because that's not obstruction of justice at all. The Senate wants to pass this. He doesn't want to pass it. I think there is a bill going around in the Senate. Oh fuck! I can't fucking Words. I can't words. What's wrong? Judiciary committee. I think it's like a couple of, like a few senators that want to make this law, but Mike McConnell wants to continue to obstruct. Anyway, my responsibility as a majority leader, which I don't know why is he majority leader besides, the fact that he oh, I think I have a viewer. Hi, viewer. How are you? Thanks for joining me. So yeah. Oh fuck, I went to the wrong. Okay. These are kinks. I'm getting better. At least I'm not like, you're not seeing my fucking face like zoomed in. And I have like, I'm a little bit more centered. This is the Coast Guard and NASA. I think I'm on the wrong article. So, oops, my bite. Yeah, I am in the wrong article. There seems to be other issues that he's encompassing, which good. Fucking. Let's see if I could find the article where he's obstructing justice. Sorry for the typing noise. Okay. Well, GQ magazine or CNN. CNN triggers a lot of conservatives. I like CNN personally because they tend to be like almost going for the ratings. So they basically gave Donald Trump his platform free of advertisement. So I don't know why the conservatives hate CNN, because they gave him some free advertisement. God, that turtle is ugly as fuck. Like, anyway. Asked if he brings to the Senate floor a bipartisan bill that would statutorily, that's a word I haven't heard put in this, prohibits President Trump from terminating special counsel Taylor, a man charged with like it's with investigating him. McConnell, who at this point has analyzed to every comic book superhero every known species of turtle, acted as their most ridiculous position to ever heard. That's unnecessary, he scoffed, blinking furiously. I don't think that the president's going to do that. If we didn't do laws because we didn't think that the people would do it, we wouldn't have any laws. Like, I don't think people are gonna murder people. Why would we have laws to stop murder? Like, not stop murder, but prosecute people for murdering people. Because I don't think anybody's gonna murder anybody. Oh shit, what am I doing? No, don't do that. President's gonna, just a practical matter. Even if it passes, why would he sign it? There are good reasons for a legislative body to pass a bill despite the threat of veto if it were inclined. It could, for example, do it to send a message about their views on the limit of the presidential powers. It could use the bill to make a case to the voters about the law should be and leave it to the president to deal with the political fallout associated with using the veto power in such a blatantly self-interested matter. McConnell knows these things, but still, I like this writer, but still stared helplessly at Neil Cavuto as he were physically shackled to his chair when he had. I'm the one who decided we take to the floor the responsibility of the majority leader, he declared. So he's basically saying, it's my job, my responsibility. So the onus falls on me. If everything goes to hell, it's my fault. So he's basically throwing it on himself. He's taking the grenade for Donald Trump, if you will, metaphorically speaking. Why? Have you noticed that Republicans, like, are unabashedly throwing the bodies on spikes for this man? Why? What has this president done to get their loyalty? Nothing. He has insulted them day and night. He has been terrible to these people. Horrific. And they just want to die, I guess. Metaphorically speaking. Party line speaking. Like, this party is on the brink of finding itself dead. Like, a lot of former Republicans, like, I guess what you would call moderates, want to leave the party. This is what happened around, like, the 60s, when the parties shifted from the racist Democrats invaded the Republican Party after the Civil Rights Bill was signed, and I guess the moderate Republicans became Democrats, I suppose. I don't know what the hell, like, this is a weird time to live in. We live in a strange time. We're living in a transitional era where if we don't stop some negative things, like the secessionism, like the white supremacy stuff, we're gonna have another era of fascism that we had in the early 20th century. We can't allow that to happen. Mitch McConnell's position that he doesn't believe Trump will fire Mueller. Everybody look at yourselves and say, wah, wah, wah. Therefore, taking action to prevent would be bad. It's fallacious. It's a fallacy. Absurd. One. Rugged, roughly akin to removing a seatbelt from a cab driver's car because they're confident in the ability behind the wheel. Yeah, basically. But the only thing about Mitch McConnell has ever cared is consolidating power into the Republican Party. Yeah, Mitch McConnell will be remembered as one of the worst leaders of the Republican Party. One of the worst. He is the most obstructionist, awful, power grubbing. He's power grubbing and money grubbing, but he stretches the rules. It gets to the point that it's almost a Republican dictatorship with him. So yeah, it doesn't matter to him who the president is or what they do in the Oval Office, as long as they rubber stamp his bills he places on the desk, which is number one issue with these Republicans. They finally have an idiot that doesn't care about his political aspirations. He doesn't weigh the problem, like, will people care about me? Will people vote for me again if he got somebody that doesn't give a shit because the motherfucker is a moron and doesn't understand politics, and they got him to they passed a stupid fucking repeal, and they didn't replace, by the way. They passed that tax bill that is going to fuck us royally next year. So is that repeal Obama. Is going to take a lot of people off of fucking healthcare. Obamacare, I should say. Not Obama. If they can't repeal Obama, he's gone already. A racist... If the answer to these questions is respectfully, a racist reality TV star and obstruct justice with tacit approval of GOP-controlled leadership, he can work with that. Because, yep, that's what he thinks. That's what he is. That was a GQ article, by the way. The other one the Ted Cruz one was a, I think, Times article. The New York Magazine. New York Magazine. And the Cohen one was Political. Now we're going to move on to the Cynthia Nixon and the whole, like, primary gubernatorial race with Andrew Cuomo. Is it Andrew Cuomo or Mario Cuomo? I think it's Andrew. Mario Cuomo was his dad, I think. Let's go with New York Times. And my thoughts on Cynthia Nixon. I have... Oh, this is an opinion. I don't want an opinion. I want facts. Because I give the opinions. Yeah. So yeah, no, that was... Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I am trying to get New York Magazine again. As long as it's not an opinion blog. I think it's another opinion blog. Ugh! I need something to give me I know the details. Okay, let's go with what I know. Until I figure out what to get this bitch. Cynthia Nixon. Alright. Cynthia Nixon is running for governor. She is trying to primary out Andrew Cuomo. Which, honestly, I don't think I have a few problems. My problems are not with her as a person, or if she's qualified, or she should, she has shown that she is somewhat qualified in the sense that, that she doesn't give a shit of, what the fuck they're gonna talk about. That she seems to have a linguistic and a free mind to fight the stupid narrative placed against her, like she's a fucking celebrity. The fuck does she know? She's unqualified. And then she just goes right, yeah, but Andrew Cuomo is a piece of shit. He pretends to be liberal, but he's not, or liberal or leftist, progressive. The word is progressive, and he's not. And she is showing him up. I'm gonna do a she is showing him up. She held her own on Colbert, because everybody knows Colbert is very aggressive when he interviews people. She made the joke yesterday because Colbert's like, your last name is Nixon. Like, that fucking matters, but he's joking. And everybody knows the implications of that name, right? And she's like, I'd rather be a good Nixon than a bad Cuomo. Which, yeah. She wants to legalize pot. She wants to do, like, very progressive thing. I think she wants to be, reform jail, help a lot of people with, like, stupid censuses. Andrew is not very good. He's not very progressive. I think there was a joke that he started to call up his lack of progressiveness, that and she's gaining likability in New York, that he's starting to do somewhat progressive things all of a sudden. I think he signed an executive order to reduce sentences on people who are not violent or not. She is, like, the theory with her is that if you put a real progressive against like a middle of the ground Democrat, like moderate conservative Democrat, to keep the position, they will do progressive things. Like with Hillary Clinton, she was a moderate. She she did progressive things once in a while, but she was mostly middle of the ground, right? Bernie Sanders came in the primary, and she had to take more progressive stance. And in the end, she won, but she took his platform too. She was integrating his platform into her campaign for the presidential campaign, which means that they will accept more progressive, more leftist ideals if you pressure them. And that's good with Cynthia Nixon is showing that we can run progressive people against the incumbent, middle of the ground, conservative Democrats. And I am okay with that. My problem is that she's a celebrity. And we keep talking shit about the Republicans picking Reagan and fuckface McGee Trump. They were celebrities, and they're both fucking horrible presidents. Because they're not statesmen. They're not politicians. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And because my problem is, are we being hypocrites by allowing, she is holding her own. Because she is liberal or progressive, super progressive, doesn't mean that we should jump on that bandwagon. And I'm not defending Andrew Cuomo. I don't live in New York. I live next to New York, but I don't live in New York. And if people are sick of him, by all means, get rid of him. Put another Democrat that's actually better than him. But I don't want us to turn into another Republican Party that 10 years down the line we get a Donald Trump and then destroys the Democratic Party. That's my problem. I don't want Cynthia Nixon to water down our politics, our platform, our party. And I don't think she will, but it sets a precedent that we will allow this. I don't think many Democrats have been accepting of celebrities in the past to run. I don't know. The only ones we know are Sonny Bono, he's a Republican, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jesse Ventura, I think. I don't think he was a Democrat. I think he's libertarian or Republican. Ronald Reagan and Donald Trump. All these people don't equal good things. Arnold Schwarzenegger was a terrible governor. I don't remember much about Sonny Bono. I think it was before my time, but I know he was governor. I don't know if he was good or bad. I don't know if Jesse Ventura was good or bad because I only know him from the conspiracy show right now, and that he used to be a movie star. I do know Reagan was a shitty president. And I do know that Donald Trump is a piece of shit president. So, yeah. I'm not sure about Cynthia Nixon yet. I probably should get more into race, because this year the midterm elections are more important than most years because of we need to vote out the Republican establishment, all of the Republicans. We need to have a more balance because everything is imbalanced. I feel like we should have a forced set, it has to be even, Republicans and Democrats even, and there shouldn't be more than the other. I don't know. I feel like there should be something like that because I don't feel like this imbalance that we're having now with Republicans completely being in control is helping. I don't know if having Democrats completely in control would help either. I don't know if we ever had full Democrats in control. This has been an interesting live stream. For me, anyway. I think I like the setup way better than the other ones that I had. And I like live streaming more than recording and uploading the video. So I think this will be my new preferred method of videos. I'll see if I can get something to put the phone in a better place, because I feel like I'm taking a dump. Sitting like this taking a dump. Or maybe I'm the thinker. Because I'm leaning in. But I don't know where to, like, let's see if I can put it, like, here. Would it be better? I guess. So I would need some freaking doodad that would do that. So, let me put the phone back down. So, thank you for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. I said comment. Subscribe if you like. Thank you very much. Moo, and peace. I know, is this up the bum? It's peace, right? But I like doing it this way because it's like aces. But